All right, here we go.
It was Texas, it was Tennessee. It was what I had coming to me.
Howdy, folks. Welcome in. You have arrived at the Texas to Tennessee podcast. My name's Steve. That's Soul Gravy up there, up top. How you doing, sir?
Howdy.
And
And
folks,
I'm
don't
doing great. Been looking forward to this one.
me as well. Do not adjust your screens. That is Josh Ward, who's joined us tonight. Super excited to have you, sir.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you.
Yeah, fired up. Josh, just to get started, if you don't mind, just maybe take a couple minutes and give us just a little bit of your backstory, anything you want to share, and then we will move forward from there.
My name's Josh Ward. I'm a country music recording artist out of Texas here, and I've been playing music for about 20 years now. I rodeoed before that in oil field, and that's about the only thing I've ever known. So pretty simple. Like the cowboy every once in a while.
All right. We'll maybe talk about the stage as a cowboy in here a little bit later,
Yeah.
but thank you for the intro.
You
Folks,
bet.
if you have found us, best place to join us is over on YouTube. This will be I think our only promotion for the night, but we would appreciate it if you could subscribe. It helps us get great guests like Josh, so it's free as well. Find us over on YouTube. You can probably find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I don't know. Where else?
Yeah.
Yeah, all those places. So,
I was
all
going
right,
to
Josh.
say OnlyFans, but
Well, that's on your page. Josh,
yeah, exactly.
we're gonna
This
give
is
you
supposed to be a secret.
a little break here, and we're gonna do a little quiz. This section of the show is why are they famous? So,
All right.
Josh is originally from Splendora, Texas, which is a little less than an hour from Houston. We're going to use Houston. We already quizzed Soul Gravy on the famous folks from Splendora. He only got Josh Ward, but he knew that. Soul Gravy, are you ready? We have 16 musical clues for you tonight.
I'm ready.
All these folks are from Houston. As soon as you recognize the song or the artist, I will stop it.
Okay.
we go.
All right. It's musical clues night. Okay.
It is.
All right. Okay, that would be Clint Black.
All right, nice job. One for
Yeah.
one.
Not
think
going to
Clint-
kill time. Not going to kill time and let it take longer to answer that than I have to. You know.
Good. I think originally
That was-
technically born in New Jersey, but grew up in Houston, so we'll give you that one. All right, number two.
Okay.
These are going to get progressively harder.
Oh. Okay. All right, so that would be ZZ Top.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't know if all of them are from
That's
Houston.
okay. Well, I think two of them are from Houston, so 2 for 2. Soul Gravy, not bad. Gets a little bit harder.
I've been waiting on that part. Okay, that would be Cowboy. Was it Cowboy Carter herself?
I
think.
That's what they call her.
That would be
Yep.
Beyonce.
I didn't think we were going to work her into the show tonight, but somehow we did. All right, here we go. Number 4. You're 3 for 3. Pretty good.
And I think of Justin Timberlake, the dance on the Jimmy Fallon thing every time I
for
hear
sure.
that song now. Yeah.
Super funny. Yeah.
hmm Okay, so that's Robert Earl.
That
What
is
we
Robert
learned,
Earl
Keen.
King, that's
Google
correct.
said his friends call him Keen.
I
Right?
did not know that. Sadly, I'm
know.
not friends with him, but I would like to be, I think. So,
You would like to call him Keen one day.
yeah,
Fair enough.
whatever. Sir, I'm fine with sir. All right, starting to get a little bit tougher. You are 4 for 4. You're whipping through this relatively quickly.
All right.
This one, if you listen closely,
So far, this is the easiest one I've ever had.
it is.
Okay, well, you got me now.
Hold on. Wait, I'm going to speed this
No,
up a little
yeah,
bit. Wait, hold on.
It doesn't matter where you put it. I don't know the answer to
Not
that
gonna
one.
get the one. All right, this is Mike Jones. Pretty
Okay,
well known H-Town
yes,
rapper.
yes.
All right, this might be
Uh-huh.
easier.
No, I actually. Yeah, we're looking for love
Yes, sir.
with Mike Jones.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
is,
close enough.
Johnny Lee?
Yes, sir. Johnny Lee's a character. There's a great story behind that song. We don't have time to tell it, but just trust me on that. Okay.
Oh.
All right, here you go. Here.
Okay, I've heard this song a bunch, but I'm not sure who it is.
That's BJ Thomas. Hooked on a
BJ
Feeling.
Thomas, that's right.
Yes, sir.
I was sitting there
Okay,
listening. I was like,
yeah.
Yeah, well, they do get a little bit
Yeah,
harder.
it's,
Some of these are probably out of order for what I think Soul Gravy's going to get, but we'll figure it out. We're almost halfway home, Josh. Thanks for bearing with us. All right, you ready? You guys both know this one. Pretty sure.
I feel like there's more pressure to get the audio ones than even
Is it?
normal.
Are you sweating over there?
No, I'm not sweating, but
I'll give you a clue, Soul Gravy. I believe he's going to be a
Okay.
guest at the end of September. Does that
okay, I
help?
gotta look at the schedule.
No.
No, because I don't remember
Is-
the schedule.
This is Corey Morrow, Big City Stripper.
Yes.
Pretty good
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, if I played the whole thing, you would have gotten it. All right, here we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
Next up, this one. I feel like there's a pretty good chance you're going to get it.
There's a lot of musical ones.
It is. It's all musical tonight. That's it.
Oh God. I don't know who sings this.
That's Billy Preston. Shout out to Billy.
Okay.
All right, here you go.
Mhm.
We might get back on track with this one.
Oh, that's one of my favorites right there.
trying to pick
Especially
one.
that song right there. That's one of the
Yeah.
smartest written songs ever. That's Lyle Lovett.
Yes, sir. Well
Actually,
done.
it looks like my great grandfather. He looks like Lyle Lovett.
Oh,
Or
really?
did.
I didn't know we
Mhm.
were going to get that
He
tonight.
was very
All right.
handsome.
Shout out to your grandpa. All right. Next up, we've got a
Yeah.
couple left. Going to take you back to the 70s, maybe early 80s. I don't know.
Okay. The Sleeping Single and oh, who sings that?
Here's also a
I
fun
don't
fact
remember who
about
sings that song.
this artist is related to one of our regular viewers, Valina.
Oh,
This is Barbara
Okay.
Mandrell.
I still don't know.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a feeling this one might be tough
Goodness.
for you, but maybe not.
I didn't get Mike Jones or Barbara Mandrell. That's
Nope.
terrible.
This artist didn't have a lot of music.
Hmm. Oh, she's like, that's Patrick Swayze.
Yes, sir. Well done. I didn't know if you'd get that one. Shout out
Oh
to our
yeah,
friends.
no, not to make excuses. My audio is being glitchy over here on my end. My Wi-Fi
that-
must be, my gerbil
does-
must be really slow in the modem tonight. So
Yep. That does make it tough. All right, I got two more for you. We'll call it an evening. This one's going to be more difficult, but you should know this song.
okay, all right.
One from the spoon is what I heard the bartender say. I never thought my own life would ever turn out this way.
Yeah, it keeps cutting out. But is
Green
that
Snakes on
Nikki
the
Haley?
Ceiling. Great tune. What's that?
Who is that? Mickey Gilly? Who is that?
No, that's a good guess. It's Johnny Bush.
Okay.
Probably should go down that rabbit hole. All right, last one for you. This one's about as Houston as you get. All right, hold on. There's a clue in here.
Houston.
Hey, yo, is that Mexican OT? That good dog. Got me looking just like Johnny Dang. Louis Vuitton umbrella when I walk through the rain in the kitchen whipping chicken kind of bread like.
That's funny. I mean, I think it's funny that you're picking these. I mean, not that I know. It's funny to me that I don't know who these people are and you do. But
Well, that's all right. That's part of being
anyway,
the research team.
is that Paul Wall?
It is Paul Wall. Well done. And Mexican.
I just knew it was from Houston, so I was waiting on.
Yep. You nailed it.
I
That
was just
Mexican
waiting on that one.
OT who's pretty popular with the kids right now. So shout out Soul Gravy. You did. I think you got about 10 out of 16. So congrats.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take that every night.
I like the audio ones, especially when I can hear it.
Yeah, sorry about the audio
It's
tonight.
it's hard to get the audio ones when when you can't hear it.
Yeah, when it's crackling. I understand. Well, Josh, thanks for putting up with us.
You bet, man.
That was, as always, fun. I want to ask you a little bit about how you, I don't know if it's a weird question, but we started off weird and keep it weird. This is called the pie question.
Uh-huh.
We're going to ask you to divide 4 sections of the music business, your 4 sections up. We have song creation or songwriting. We have performing. We have recording. And then we have everything else that goes into your music business that's not one of those 3 things. So all the stuff that you probably, well, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but may not be your favorite things to do.
Yeah.
So how do you kind of divide up that pie, or how do you see, what area specifically do you go, okay, that's what I'm best at, or that's what I'm working on, or I feel like this is what I find other people to help me do, or
Well, as far as like songwriting, I've always considered myself as an entertainer first and foremost. I love music. I love singing music, and performing for people. But the writing side of things, yes, I am a songwriter, but I've seen myself pairing up with co-writers, certain ones for me that click. When you're in there writing songs, I mean, I've written some of the best songs with somebody I've never met before. And then, I've come back and I've also created this working relationship with writers that I do have. And man, it's whenever I get an idea, it's almost like they know where I'm going to go. So songwriting, I would say I'm mediocre. I'm saying that about myself. I mean, I know where I stand. So, but I've surrounded myself with some great writers. So I'm about 50-50 on that. As far as the recording, I've always left it up to the producer. This go round with Same Old Cowboy, Different Rodeo. I had a chance to get in there and help Drew and Carrie produce it this time, which was a very eye-opening experience. So, a little piece of the pie right there, but it's something that I do want to dabble more into, going back in and going, okay, I want to be more a part of these records than just going in and laying the vocals down and having the cutting crew there and all that. I want to be very, very involved. So from here on out, we might try that avenue. It's just old Josh Ward's going to have to know when to get out of the way and let the producer do what he does. So,
Sure. Absolutely.
As far as entertainment wise, I mean, that's the biggest part is the show.
Yep.
As far as involvement in the back scenes, in the back office, very involved. So both of those are a big part of the pie. Obviously the business comes first, and then the show. You work your butt off all week in the business end of it to get on the road Thursday night or Wednesday night and and go honky tonk and put the show on. So yeah, I mean that's a bigger part of that pie for sure.
Has Josh, has that evolved? So I know first album 2006, 2007, I think. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Has that evolved in terms of, obviously the business has changed probably a little bit in that time.
Whole bunch. Oh
Has
yeah.
that has that evolved to where you've become more and more involved, or do you now have anybody, or any kind of a team to help you with some of those things, or is it all
My
on you?
my thing is I've always self managed pretty much all the way up,
Okay.
and we're at a point now to where the business has gotten bigger, and I've got multiple people working with me. But yes, we are getting ready to take that bigger step into a bigger management company and
Okay.
that kind of deal. I mean, for me, I've been doing this, almost 20 years now, and it's really cool this year and a half that country music is cool again. I mean,
Absolutely.
just I want to put it out there. I
Hmm.
mean, there was a few of us out there that was country when country wasn't cool, right? Barbara Mandrell.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
But we I've stuck to my guns over the years, and sometimes might have been a little prideful about that. About now I'm going to do it my way, and so far I've gotten to, but now that it's really taken a hold, now it's guys like us, that are kind of seeing a little bit of light now. That has played country music as long as we have. Myself, Jake Worthington. I mean, Cody's did a phenomenal job. But yeah, it's nice to see some cowboy hats up there now.
Yes, sir. It sure is. Um, I do. It is interesting, the business. If you're maybe looking at it as from a fan perspective, or even from an artist perspective, there are definitely cycles, and this is a fun time to be a part of it, but also have the ability to play the long game, and
Yep.
it doesn't probably take too much time being at a Josh Ward show to know that it's authentic, it's real, it's not an artificial thing. You can sniff those things out pretty quick. So
Oh yeah, I've prided myself over the years of not playing dress up.
for
Uh,
sure.
I there earlier on I was trying to find my way, and it took me about a month to figure out. Hey man, cut your hair and put your cowboy hat back on. So uh, it's the only thing I know. I don't know how to be any other way,
Right.
but besides that, but it's provided me a pretty good living. So we kept doing it the way that we thought we needed to do it, and this year we're taking some leaps and bounds, and it's growing for sure. I mean, it's growing in a positive, in a very different direction than it ever has. So I ain't gonna question it. I don't think I should. So
Yep. Absolutely. Keep doing your thing. All right, Soul Gravy, you ready?
Yeah, yeah. A couple things. One, did you know that Barbara Mandrell was from Houston? Two, what what you were talking about the bigger steps and things kind of taking off for you without going too much behind the curtain. Can you kind of explain what that is for you for your you've had fans that have been listening to you for a long time and they might not be able to tell what's going on. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's
Can you
more
kind of
stuff on
can
the
you talk about
on
that a
the
little?
on the internals. I mean, like we said, the management companies and stuff like that. I mean, when do you start looking at getting deals and stuff like that? And I think I'm in a holding pattern on that. Um, we're doing really good out here for ourselves, and um, you know, uh, just social media, for example. Let's dive off
Okay.
into that. I've always been the guy that has always hung back from the social media side of things. Besides putting my music out there and all that. Lived a private life pretty much. And I figured out, I feel like sometimes I'm the last of the game, but I figured out that we're running in a social media network or world now, and it took a guy that barely even knows how to work his iPhone. If we can go back to the flip phones that go in your front pocket, that would be fine with me. Um, but heck, man, you got technology right here at your fingertips. We got a tool. You might as well use it. But we're diving off more into the socials now. We're diving off more into the media. We're diving off more into the reels, the videos, the all of these things. And it is new to me, but it gives the people out there a different look at me too, because it's not only music driven, it's personal driven now. It's me at the ranch filling up deer feeders, or me and my boy hanging out fishing, or something like that. And to be honest with you, if you could just, I think people just want to see about this much of the inside of your life, and that's what really turns it on. So I'm opening up a little bit more, learning some new tricks. So, um, but yeah, I mean, just the heighten on the brand of who Josh Ward really is. Both sides of the page, the music side and what he does on his off time. So
Yeah, well, as somebody from the Memphis, Tennessee area, we don't get a ton of Texas country guys rolling through here every now and then, but not too much. So that social stuff is, like you said, it does. I can't make a show that easy, so it does
yeah,
it does give a peek behind the curtain a little bit and get to know artists. So I'm proof that you know those things work, and you do feel more of a connection with the music when you know the artist.
yes, sir. And I've opened up to that now, as far as like knowing that this is a platform that we stand on now, and you get out to the masses, and you're getting out to the masses any way that you can. Whether it be ticket sales, putting them in the seats, or reaching out just like this that also grows in that market, or those ticket sales there. Uh, Speaking of Memphis, Tennessee, we were through there a couple of weeks ago, and I got me one of these. That's We got a couple of fender benders on the way to Nashville last week. So when you said Memphis, I looked up here on my desk. I was like, oh, I got to take
I
care of
gotta
that.
deal with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how
Uh-oh.
about that? Well, Soul Gravy was having so much fun, he took off. He'll be back shortly.
It's all good.
Well, hopefully everybody was okay.
Oh yeah, it it was scary, but everybody walked away. We were fine, just a little low bump, and that's all we're thankful of. We can take care of cosmetic stuff later on.
Absolutely. I do want to talk a little bit about. So, most recent album came out in January of this year. I know you mentioned that you have some things working towards the next project, but um, in terms of how you went about promoting this last album, we get in this rush to get the project out, and then for a lot of artists, it ends up being, all right, I'm mentally moving on to the next thing. But in kind of the world that we live in, you got however long your promotion cycle is. Was social media a big part of that promotion cycle for you this go round?
It was, and even being so more now. The record getting put out. Smith worked with us on getting the record out and all, and we pretty much we released it. We released some songs off of it, and then I took a step back from it and was like, why don't we hammer it on all sides? Let's really drive up the media behind it. Even though these songs are already out, you follow it up with a video, or you follow it up with some other kind of content behind it, and it's only just helped it grow legs and take off. I I've got a videographer now. He's jam up. We're using Darius Reed with Jack Shooter, and he's from the North Texas area. And that guy, he's just got an eye. He's got the eye for what it is that I want to capture, especially the outside part of it. The Josh Ward, not Josh Ward singer.
Yes.
He he goes about that very delicately. He doesn't. It's not intrusive. It's not walking around got a camera stuck in your face the whole time. He's able to capture these moments and show this to people without me even knowing he's there. So that's helped out. That's helped out a whole bunch. But definitely, I plan on making. I've never made a music video in my whole career. Never. Didn't. I just didn't know what the sense was. When old CMT. It was hot and heavy there for a while, and we was raised on country music radio videos, but now it's starting to come back. But it's coming back, this way now, right there at your fingertips. You don't have to turn on the TV to see it, but why not give them a video of same old cowboy or walking in my boots or anything like that? It's just more content. So that's one of the things really this year that I've focused on is just trying to get, like I said, trying to get the Josh Ward brand out there. Then with that being said, yes, along with that record, a bunch of it. So I would say we released the record. Now we're going back and doing a push behind the re-release, I guess you could say.
Nice. Sorry.
All right. No, just to let you know, on the actual computer, it's in the correct order.
Okay.
I
That's
think.
cool.
Well, I didn't get to hear part of that, but I'm you've been doing the touring thing for a while now,
Yes.
and I'm guessing as of right now, you're able to tour a little bit more comfortably than in the early years, but. Can you speak on about what time that transition turned for you, where you went from a van to being able to tour, a little bit more comfortably?
Yeah. It all started out just like every old other kid from East Texas. Let's load up in a 4-door pickup truck and whatever trailer bearings wouldn't wore out on that week and drive it down the road to the honky tonk. And hell, we were on tour.
Mhm.
Did that stuff for years. Played every beer joint dive till we got to get into A-list clubs, and some of them you play empty glass there at the end of the night and fight break out so bad they'd have to call half the sheriff's department to show up. Them kind of bars. But
Mhm.
we started working with Aaron Watson earlier on in my career. Still didn't know what we were doing. Didn't have a clue. We just knew we had a head full of songs and what we thought was a little hot rod band, and we'd go get in front of him every chance we could. And it was probably, 2011. I took a break from music and went on an oil field job in North Dakota, and was supposed to make some big old money. And turned out that job was snake bit before I left for it. I won the Oakley Big Bass Tour on Conroe, and I won a bass boat. So that's how the Promises record came to be. Kind of working through it. So the van and trailer, we outgrew that. I think it was somewhere around 17 or 18, I believe. And our buddy Kevin Fowler, which we all know, he told me, he said, "Ward, you don't need that bus. Don't get that bus." And I said, "No, Kevin, I gotta do it, man. I'm outgrowing the bus, or outgrowing the van, and the van can't drag the trailer no more because we got a light rig and all the I'm finding every excuse in the world and he kept telling, because Kevin Fowler, that was the first tour bus I'd ever been on over there in El Campo, Texas. We played years ago, and he brought me up there, and let me drink beer with him. I thought that was pretty cool. So,
It is.
but I did. I ended up buying one. I believe it was at the end of 2017, and we've been blessed with it. We call it the Tonk Wagon. Uh, Bought my first bus, and we've run it and had some ups and downs. And knock on wood, that old gal, she's still running. She needs a facelift right now, but I told her she keeps being good to us. We're gonna get her doctored up. I promise.
Nice.
But yeah, man, it
It
was
is
a big
funny.
jump.
It's funny how artists get the love-hate relationship with the vehicles that that they're stuck on the road with. How they kind of have this own personality and persona of their own.
They do, and we don't talk about them. It's a rule. You don't talk about them while you're on the road because they'll break down. But
For sure.
it's we ask, and I say the machine. I use that as a whole, including band, crew, vehicles, trailers. We ask them to do things sometimes well beyond their means, well beyond their wear, and it's like, man, I just need you for one more, Um, but like I've always said, good maintenance that goes within the crew too. If we're working hard, we're grinding. Hey man, let's go cut loose. Let's go have some fun. You know, just like getting oil changed on the bus. Sometimes you just need a refresh. So,
Mhm.
yeah, as soon as you said bus and trailer, I was like, yep, I know where this one's going right now. I remember Kevin in the back of my mind like it was yesterday.
Don't do it.
Don't buy that bus, Ward.
Yeah, that's funny.
This- Um, one more thing before we get to the song, the halftime song. I feel like we should ask it before that. When you first got into music, was songwriting? You said performance was your main thing that you hung your hat on. Were you doing the cover band thing, or were you already writing songs and trying to go down that road as well?
Oh shoot! No, I ran around and did the cover band thing for a lot of years prior to getting on the road and doing this thing. I mean, yeah, we were playing the 4 hour barroom shows.
Hmm.
You George Straits, Mark Chestnuts, Daryl Singletaries. I mean, that's what I wanted to play. And man, it was when you could go out there and make them spin around that dance floor for 3 minutes and 35 seconds at a time, you're doing all right.
Yeah.
And you selling beer, hey, we was making money. That's why we thought we'd hit the big time, with all those good things. But yeah, man, it was. We had a bunch of those days of playing that, and uh, I mean, I wouldn't trade any of that though for all the money in the
Yeah,
world
yeah.
because it taught me, like it earn your keep. Like they say, paying your dues. I mean, people see you when you get it right. They start seeing your
Mm.
success. They don't see anything
Right.
before that, not unless they've been with you for many years. Those loyal fans, in which I have some. They've been with me from whenever they say, "Man, you remember when?" It's like, yeah, I do, because y'all were right there with me. But uh, it's crazy, man. Just to sit back and think, of how it was back
Mhm.
then. Like I said, piling up in the 4-door pickup truck and driving to Lakey, Texas to play the 4th of July rodeo. We're on tour.
Absolutely.
How did original music start to creep into that? And then we'll get to the halftime
I
song.
knew, as far as the original stuff, to be in the game. The Texas music scene.
Okay.
This was
Right.
years and years and years before I even thought about going to Nashville and writing with guys up there. Um, Man, it was funny because I'd never seen myself as a songwriter. I was just going to sit down and try it one day. It was like, I can actually string lyrics to a song together. And once you found that muscle, and all my songwriting buddies tell me this, I tell them, I'm not a good songwriter. And they said, Josh, you just got to use that muscle a whole lot more. The more that you use it, the more it'll come. And they were right. Whenever I really started diving in and focusing on the lyrics of the music or even the production in my head, a whole new me came out for sure. So, I still love it. I still love getting in the room and writing with these guys because it lets me be just a little bit different than my normal day-to-day routine. I get to turn into something different there for a few days and write. So
Great. Well, Josh,
Huh?
if you don't mind, we're going to play one of the songs off Same Old Cowboy, Different Rodeo. We're going to play Walking in My Boots. Can you give us a little bit of an intro on that? And then we will both go, you and I will go silent so Soul Gravy can get the best cut of it.
So yeah, the walking in my boots. I wrote that one about my son Jace, and it was during the COVID times. Of you couldn't. My driver's license weren't current because we couldn't go to the DMV, so I couldn't fly. So the only other thing was to take the bus to Nashville. I'm riding on the bus going up, and I call him, and he was supposed to be getting a new pair of cowboy boots from our guys and at Finolio there, and I asked him. I said, what size boots you wear? And he told me, I said, dang, boy, you're big enough to be walking in my boots now. I didn't think nothing about it. Me and White McCubbin got in the room, and it was just this easy. And he goes, man, what do you want to write about? And I told him the conversation that my son and I had, and he goes, there's your song. So Walking in My Boots was created about 15 minutes after we had that conversation. So hope you enjoy it.
Fantastic. All right. We will, Josh, you and I hit the little button and we will give it a listen. Here it is, folks.
Here we go.
The way he looks you in the eye, the way he shakes your hand, the way he says you're and yes man, the way he just don't quit, the way he's wild and free, the way he reminds me of me. He's walking in my boots, doing what I do, acting like I did, talking like I talk. It scares me to death, 'cause when I look at him, 'cause everywhere I've been is where he's headed to. He's walking in my boots. He's gonna get thrown off, he's gonna lose and win, he's gonna climb back on and get thrown off again. He's gonna go too fast, gonna drink more than a few. Yeah, that boy gonna break a heart or two. He's walking in my boots, doing what I do, acting like I did, talking like I talk. It scares me to death, 'cause when I look at him, 'cause everywhere I've been is where he's headed to. He's walking in my boots. It's gonna live and learn, gonna find out which bridge to cross and which to burn. Walking in my boots, doing what I do, acting like I did, talking like I talk. It scares me to death, 'cause when I look at him, 'cause everywhere I've been is where he's headed to. He's walking in my boots. He's walking in my boots.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Thank you.
I listened to that earlier when your guys. Shout out to your folks in your team too. By the way, they made all of this really easy, and shout out to those guys. They good to work with on all of this. But when he sent that song, I made sure to go back and listen, and then to hear you explain it just makes it even more special. As a
Yeah,
dad, I can relate. So
it was one of them songs that I didn't even plan on writing that week. It just happened. And I'll say that 90% of the songs that just happen like that are the good ones, because in all reality, you're holding this in, and you're not sure if you want to show it or share it with the rest of the world. And as songwriters, you know, Ray Wiley Hubbard said, you gotta be careful for what you write. You'll have to sing it for the next 30 years of your life. And you don't realize how it's going to pull on somebody. These different songs, they affect people's lives different. There's a soundtrack to most people's lives. That song was special. Getting to bond with my kiddo and watch him grow up. And do all the things, and in the back of your mind, every parent's mind, every father that's ever been is going to worry about the steps that his child takes. And he's sitting there looking himself in the face when his son's going through these stages of his life. And it's like that. Your grandpa or your dad always tells you, man, if I'd have known then what I know now. That's kind of that song of, man, I hope he makes the right decisions, and takes him on the right path. So that's kind of where that all originated from.
Yep, very cool tune. I dig the kind of layering of the guitars there. Lots of cool stuff going on. So I
I,
did want
I,
to go.
I told the boys in the studio, I said, when we cut it, we didn't have a clue how it was going to turn out sounding. I said, how many of y'all have rode a horse in here? And everybody kind of looked at each other like, yeah, I've rode one. And I said, picture just a horse running wide open across a pasture, just out in the plains, and that's when they kind of came up with that cadence, da, 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 and then it just kind of grows with a song as if it would riding the back of a horse and him speeding out through the open plains, So we captured it, man. I mean,
Yeah,
everything within that song is what the old head said. So,
there may be a production future for you after all, huh?
oh man, I know I'm gonna dabble in it later on in,
Yeah.
in my career. Hopefully we can. I've had a couple of younger guys go, man, I really liked how this record sounded, and I'd really like to get that sound. I said, man, I would want to, try to help somebody get that one day. I never seen myself as a producer. I can tell them what not to do,
Yeah. That sometimes that's more important, right?
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I wished
yeah,
I had a whole lot more of that.
Yeah, we all
yeah.
do. Um, Shout out to Soul Gravy, the Gabe Lee, the Mr. Gabe Lee hat, and the NASCAR
Uh
shirt.
huh.
So I see you over there. I didn't realize it until I pulled you up on TikTok, and I saw the ensemble. I just want to give you a little
Oh yeah,
recognition there.
yeah. My
Yep.
my my fit, as the kids say.
Yeah, you got that nice drip tonight. All right, so
Paul
I
Wall
did.
and drip, boy.
Yeah,
Hello.
well, things are changing over here. Um,
Okay.
Josh, I did want to ask you. You have, I don't know. I'm sure you'll take. Maybe you'll take this as a compliment. I mean, you have a reputation for playing a lot of Texas and a lot of shows. Any guess how many shows you're gonna throw in this year?
Oh man, I think we're sitting at 150 right now.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Uh, we're probably going to push that 200 mark, I think.
Okay.
So, it's we're growing in Texas even, but man, we're doing great out of state too. I mean, we're hitting the West Coast, we're hitting the East Coast and the Midwest, so we're all over the place. To give you a definite, I mean, I've really my forecast, I don't even know what that looks like right now.
Sure. In a perfect world, is that 200 number? Is that where you want to be, or would you prefer to be less than that, or are you just kind of taking it as it comes?
Right now, I mean, God's honesty, I'm taking it as it comes.
Yep.
You know, I'm yes, we'd love to play a lot more, but then you get into it of, hey, look at how much we're playing now, and you don't want to burn out.
Sure.
You don't want to just drive yourself so hard to where you're not healthy. Um, but yeah, more is always good. But I think just taking it as it comes and being able to control it, to say yes and to say no of, hey, I am kind of feeling a little wore down, let's pull back on the reins on this thing.
Right.
And then a lot of times it's get a gravel full of gut and go get it. It's there. Don't pass up any opportunity. And I lean more to that side a lot more than none. If it's there for the taking and we got a chance, an opportunity to get in front of the crowds, and that's what we're going to do.
Yep. Well, I think it's a good strategy, and for the person that's has the fortitude to go out and do it, like, it's there to, like you said, it's there to be taken. So good for you on that. Um, I do. I do want to know. I know you. So I've been lucky enough to see you probably half a dozen times now, but I am curious.
I got to see you on his TikTok live one time.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Well, we did a little introduction there for you.
Exactly.
So, but I guess my question is, who are some folks maybe that have opened up for you in the last year that maybe kind of opened your eyes, or folks that you want to shout out? Maybe other artists that you've been impressed with.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few guys out there. You know, I mean, I'll start with Braxton. I mean, he was a younger guy that came up, under me, and he's doing really well right now. So Randall, all those guys. I mean, they're doing a fantastic job out there. Younger guys that are coming up right now that I'm really listening to. David Lewis is one of them. He's a honky tonk, picks guitar good, got a good voice, and a good all around human being. I really like him a whole bunch. Man, guys like Dax Davis. Dax is from up there around Dallas Fort Worth area, and he's trying to get out and get on it. And I respect him. And a lot of those two guys right there in general, because every time that they've worked with us, they have gone above and beyond. Them and their crew, as small as they are, just starting out, right?
Right.
When you show up and you see this kid drop his trailer and start shucking gear out of the back of it, plugging in his own stuff, making sure his monitors are right and all these things, it always takes me back to right where I was, because I was that guy that humped all my gear, that set all my stuff up for many, many years. And some of it, be honest with you, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I just knew we plugged it in, sound came out of it. But
You got to start somewhere.
to see those kids show up and have that work ethic, and when they get off stage, you don't even know they're there. They clear their gear, they get out of the way, they stand over there, very respectful to watch the show, and grateful for the opportunity. That's number two, being grateful for the opportunity to get to work out there with a pro touring band, a pro level club. Takes me back whenever I opened up for Aaron Watson in the very beginning, at the Hall of Fame in College Station, Valentine's night. That place was sold out with a line wrapped around the door. Like, that was the biggest crowd that I had ever played to. And I was like, oh, wow. You could walk across the sea of heads in that club that night. And I remember how grateful I was for that. I remember walking off and telling all of Aaron Watson's guys that I'm still friends with to this day because of that moment. you know, thank y'all so much for the opportunity. When I get that back, that makes me want to drive for that guy a little bit harder
Mm.
because he's got his head screwed on right. He's out there, he's grinding, he's out there earning it. Nobody's giving it to him. You know, they're not showing up going, man, uh, $250 or $500 ain't enough. You know, I don't know how I'm going to do that. They show up and they take it and they're grateful for it and they play the show.
Right.
And that's what I did all those years
Sure.
with Watson, Kevin, Randy, all of them. We went and we grinded.
Yep.
And that's what got us to the point to where we are now. And I tell these younger guys, like, listen, you have a whole lot more tools now than we did in the beginning. You know, you do have the social media platform to stand on. And the younger guys these days are getting it. They're already in tune with everything that's going on now. So they've got a big jump. But yeah, man, I root for those kids that get out there and want to dig on it and earn it.
Yep, absolutely. Well, we'll do our best to try to get both those guys on the pod so we can get their perspective on it as well. So
Yeah, we'll
that'll be
we'll ask the
interesting.
dirt about Josh Ward.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Hopefully they tell you I'm a pretty fair guy.
I'm sure
there
they
was
will.
people in my and Shorty Drums Talbo. He was in the TikTok chat and was talking about before you even started talking about giving advice. He mentioned that Ward gives the young guys great advice. So then you said it immediately after. So that was cool to see.
Yep. Yeah, sometimes these things line up. Soul Gravy,
And,
I bet you got a question, and then I'm going to head into rapid fire after that.
yeah, you mentioned Braxton Keith. Got to see him a couple weeks ago. That's where the Gabe Lee hat come from. Gabe opened up for Braxton. So
Mm-hmm.
shout out to those guys. That crew is all nice and hospitable and all that stuff. So we appreciate that. Um, well, I know you've got some things coming up. I believe this weekend, right, with the fundraiser event. Um,
Yes.
we need to make sure we talk on that. As bad as that was, it's great to see even from afar communities coming together to help such a you know rough
It
event.
it was the communities down there. I mean, you know, in the everywhere, all over the state of Texas, banded together for you know the relief, however they could do it. You know, so it was amazing to see everyone come together. Um, and you know, guys like Josh Weathers doing his own show. John Wolf put a big one on over here at Green. I wasn't able to make it home from that. We were on our way home from New Mexico, but they had a lot of great artists out there, raised a lot of money. Pat Green, Co Wessel, all the Texas boys. They've come together and they've done it. Um, I I got the invite to come out here and participate in this one at the top in Fredericksburg, and they're going to do some live auction stuff and uh, just try to raise a little bit more money for the areas affected down there and the folks. It was a bad deal, you know, and it was heartbreaking to sit back uh, and you know to watch it from afar and know that you got people that are so close to you down there. A lot of my Vaquero brothers, a few of them, some of them lost family, some of them lost some belongings, but they all bonded together as a community and one big family. Um, it's the basically it's donate to Kirk County's relief fund is what we're doing this thing for at the top. Little old bar there in Fredericksburg, and got a couple of artists coming in, and it's going to be a good time. So if anybody's in the Fredericksburg area and wants to stop by on a Sunday and enjoy some great food and great auction items and a little bit of good music, we're going to be there.
Very
Fan-
cool.
yeah, fantastic. I
Yeah.
think Soul Gravy put the link in the YouTube
Yeah.
comments.
I'll get that. And
Yep.
yeah, make sure you follow Josh on his socials, Instagram and all of that, so you can keep up with events like this, but just his tour in general. One of the cool things as far as being able to watch this thing live for anybody that watches a replay of this, you can watch any of these recordings live. And
Mhm.
so there's folks that got to see you at the Rock the Rhine and said you put on a hell of a show. So I hope to see them.
Indiana brought it that night. I can tell you that much. They, first time in Indiana for me, and
Okay.
played all around it. Just never hit Indiana. And man, when we did, Drew, the promoter of that show, was just awesome to work with, and the whole community there bonds together and makes sure that thing goes off. They have a heck of a team, and they're getting great artists in there. But what a treat to work with them, and can't wait to be back up there. I mean, it's I wished I had a million more just like them.
Hmm.
Absolutely. All
That's
right.
that's great to hear. I saw it all over social media, but that was a new festival to me, even just hearing the name. So it looked like a good time though. So all right.
Our, our,
One other person said that they'd like to get you at the Rhinestone sometime, but I'm in Tennessee. I don't know what that is.
that's
Oh,
in
well,
Stockyards.
I
Our
figured
friend
so.
Brenda can get us the connection if you need
Well,
there.
Brenda is who is in the chat. So
That makes sense. I
okay.
need to do a better job of watching the chat. But Rhinestone is where
Okay.
it's at the
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
top of
makes
the
sense
hill.
now. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
Yeah, all good. But yeah, we can work on that. At least pass that information along.
All right.
Josh, we are to the rapid fire section, and Soul Gravy has I don't know, is it? Will we call it a signature question that you're going to ask?
I think it is
Oh, it's
actually
our
a signature.
signature
Yeah,
question. All right, all
yeah.
right. So pressure's on. Not really, but first question. I want to know an album, CD, whatever that you've bought more than once.
I bought more than once. um, there's a couple of the older Keith Whitley records that I had, and unfortunately, they don't make cars with tape players anymore.
No, they don't.
So
Hard to
um,
find.
I held on to a '97 Z71 just for that
Oh,
reason.
there you go.
But yeah, I mean, I had to replace a lot of stuff when we went digitally, but yeah, a lot of it was Keith Whitley records.
Hmm.
Understandable. He's a great. Um, you get dinner with one historical figure. They can be dead or alive, but who would you break bread with?
Daryl Singletary.
Oh, there you go.
Hmm.
That would be great.
Yeah.
That's a great
I
answer.
mean, a lot of it, Keith Whitley is a lot of my influence. If you would, the early '90s guys, late '80s, early '90s. That was, if you ask me, that was the heyday, of good country music. But yeah, definitely be Daryl. I'd like to sit down with him one more time.
Absolutely. All right.
Understood.
Ideal green room. What does that look like for you?
Ideal green room. Shoot, long as it's cold. uh, man, we've had them all.
Yep.
We've had a little old corner room. Might as well have been a janitorial closet to, um, second floor with whatever you could want in there. To me, the green room is just a place that you get to go for about 10 minutes, and then it's off to the stage.
Right.
It could be your quiet place at times, but yeah, I mainly stick to the bus and outside. I don't
Well, you got
that
to
the
use
green
it.
room. That's for the other guys, and heck, when when the opening band gets there, we pretty much give it to them. Like, hey man, y'all been in a van and trailer all morning.
Hmm.
Y'all go kick your feet up in the green room.
Well, I don't know if I'm sure that's something that you learned along the way, but we're with Aaron last week, and that's about how he treated it. So uh, he was on the bus and then came down for a couple minutes and was out on stage. So it
Yep.
makes sense. Um, all right, so I want to know one song of yours that you think is underloved. I know you can now look at all the streaming reports and figure out like this song's performing maybe better than we thought, or this one we were hoping might do a little bit better. But what's the one song that you're really proud of that you feel maybe hasn't gotten the love that it really deserves?
Oh, there's a few of them. Uh, Mostly all old record stuff. I mean, More Than I Deserve, Beginning to End. I mean, Whiskey and Whitley. Even I mean, those were good ones.
Yep.
But I've always said that when we released those songs, it wasn't the right time. You know, now, man, all the past records that I've released, I wish that we could have did it now.
Have
You
you?
know, and have those songs that were that caliber, that quality, and give that record a good run on something that's hot now. You know, but I mean, uh, I would say Whiskey and Whitley.
Yep.
That
Well,
was uh, that was the one that Daryl Singletary. I mean, I say Daryl Singletary. I'm sorry. Excuse me. My bad. Kevin Denny, Buddy Owens, and Martin Dearmore wrote.
okay.
What a great song. Not
Yeah.
just because I cut it.
No, it is a good tune. Have you
I loved
ever
it when I found it on MySpace years ago.
shout out to MySpace?
That's right.
Tom, is it Tom? That
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
everybody's friend. Yeah.
Everybody's friend. Yeah.
Yep. Have you considered maybe re-releasing that or putting it on a new album? Kind
Yeah,
of
I mean
reinventing it?
there was thoughts of it. You know, there was even some thoughts of doing it right now, but on this record, but we play it live every night.
Yep.
So all those songs that we wish that we could have you know gave a little bit more life to, or
Sure.
worked harder to push them. We still get to play them every night, and to be honestly, yeah, you can have them on a record, but when you can go out there and deliver them every single night, and they're still hanging on to it, so keep it on the set list, keep playing it. You
Yep.
know,
Makes
so.
sense. All right, I've got two more for you, and then we'll hand you off for the super important
I
question.
got a
No,
quick one
maybe
too.
not.
At some point, you can go ahead.
No, fire away. Go ahead.
You seem to be a really I don't know, thoughtful person as far as when you if you were happen to be in a moment where you were looking around like how the hell did I end up here? You seem to really be thoughtful as far as musicians that come before you, country music in general, like real country music in general. But what's one of those moments where you just kind of were, how the hell did I get here?
Hell, I have them every night. Uh,
Fair
you,
enough.
you, you know when you get to go out there, and this is the God's honest truth, and some people might have forgotten about it or grown numb to it, but I still believe it to this day. And um, when you cross that threshold, whether it's 5,000 out in front of you, you eat, sleep, breathe for no telling how many years from childhood of being at this moment right now. And how many others are struggling and working as hard as you are or harder that haven't made it to that point yet.
Hmm.
Yep.
You know, when you cross that threshold, you better be thankful for everything that you got. And knowing that, it could all be taken away from you in seconds, which I know all about as well.
Hmm.
But man, be grateful for it. Be grateful for every opportunity you get to step on stage. And that's the way I've lived my life every night. They say, you know, are you nervous? Heck yeah, I'm nervous. If you ain't nervous, you need to get out of the business, because that means you don't care enough about it.
Yep.
Don't ever think you're gonna go in there and just mail in a show. That's not what they paid their hard-earned money for.
Hmm.
Well,
So
I can verify you're 6 for 6 on the shows that I've been to. So
yeah, I
no
appreciate it.
mailing it in for
You're
sure.
1 for 1 on the TikTok show I
Yeah.
saw.
All right. There you go. Well, 7 for 7. That's better than your average, Soul Gravy.
All right.
All right. So first concert you attended, Josh, and then the first concert that you paid to go see
Oh shoot! All
as a
right.
fan.
First concert I ever went to was Gary Stewart concert, a little place called Dance City. I was a kid, and my aunt got me in there and seen him. And then First concert that I ever paid to go to was a George Strait concert there in Houston. Like, I mean, I didn't get to go to concerts growing up. You know, it wasn't like that. I grew up pretty poor, so that wasn't the first priority to go watch a concert. But man, I was a sponge when it came to music. I loved it ever since I was a kid, and you know, I remember going to when we were high school rodeo, and when Chris Ledoux came and played at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Me and my hauling partner, I think we were riding like steers or junior bulls at that time, and old Chris Ledoux came out on that bucking machine, and we just went wild, man. That was one of the coolest things we'd ever seen.
He was the coolest.
But
Absolutely the coolest. Well, great answer.
Yep.
One last question here, and then over to Soul Gravy. Tribute bands, yay or nay?
I think they have their place. I mean, if you're going to be one, then I ain't being ugly when I say this. Just make sure that you got a hot rod band that can play the song and do the song justice. You know, that's the way I think about it.
All right, it's a good answer.
All right. Again, make sure you follow Josh on all of his socials to keep up with what's going on when any artist posts their stuff out. I mean, Josh was admitted like they're learning all this shit. Even he's been doing this for a little while now, but they're still learning this shit as they go. Him and artists that are just getting going. When you see the post, interact with the post, share it with your music loving friends, spread the word. That's how the tribe grows. So
That's it.
all right. This is the most important question. It started as a joke on episode 1, and now it is a requirement. And I think you're going to do well on this one. So, Josh, what is your favorite Little Debbie snack?
Favorite Little Debbie snacks? All of them.
It's a great answer.
I ain't gonna lie.
Fair enough. We haven't had that one yet.
No, that's maybe my favorite answer so far.
Okay.
So,
I can relate. All right.
y'all, we appreciate you being here tonight. Special thanks to Josh for being so generous with his time and hanging out with us tonight. Josh, we'll ask you to hang back for just a second, but we will see you in a week, folks. Not sure Tuesday or Wednesday, but it's coming up.
That's right. All right.
All right,
We'll see
thanks,
ya.
Josh.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
See you.
All right.
All right, man.